I will never forget that first ever breath work I did. What came up for me was running through the woods, that I
Mm.
was a woman and I was running through the woods and I felt strong.
Mm.
And this was a big shift because, this was a time in my life where like I really didn't know what my finances were going to be like. I didn't know what my family was going to be like. I didn't know if I was ever going to be married again. I didn't know if I wanted to be married again. I didn't know like where I was going to live, what I was going to do. So for me to have that come up for me is like, no, she's in there. And
Yeah.
so then I could tap into that when days got harder, like, because it was such it was almost like I guess it's a lucid dream
Mm-hmm.
that then I could make more tangible for myself. So it
Yeah.
was weird and great. And I kept looking for more of that. And I did a couple of different of those holotropic kind of events where it's hours long and you're
Yeah.
decompressing and you're doing that stuff. And I think that was my first breath work. So what was your first breath work?
That's great. Well, that sounds like it was facilitated very well. And I'm really glad to hear that because some people will be curious about breath work. They'll try something and then they'll have an awful experience because they're like, bro, I didn't even know what I got into. We were like being told to breathe. So if you were breathing in, out, in through the belly, in through the chest, out through the mouth, like conscious connected breathing. That's kind of one of the main
I
ones.
should say that the facilitator was trained by Stanislav Grof, I think, who is
Okay.
one of the founders of the holotropic breathing method. We'll throw that in the show notes too.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. When you can.
It is amazing to Google that.
Yes. Yeah. And it's important. I think there's a lot of people that offer a lot of things, and just like anything else, you just have to be aware. If there's not like an itinerary, but if you're not fully understanding what you're getting into or what you're signing up for, if you're not fully aware that like, okay, we're going to experience this, I'm going to be coached, I'm going to be guided, the room is going to be like this, and then we're going to have an integration time afterwards. We're going to be able to integrate this experience. We're going to be able to paint it out, or we're going to be able to like, art or something physical to like express. That is incredible. That's amazing. And that's something that you should look for because it's such a bummer when your curiosity is piqued, you put your brave girl panties on, you sign up for something, and then you're like, I had a horrible experience. I didn't know what I was feeling. I thought I was dying. I thought I was having a heart attack. And when you don't know what your body is doing, if you're not prepared to understand what's happening inside of your body, that somatic experience or the releasing that your body's actually going through, it's very science. It's very like, I can explain why your hands cramp up. I can explain why you're feeling like, yes, why you're like feeling like there's lightning bolts and electricity running through your body, or why you're feeling like your body is like working. So,
and I want to say here too, that a lot of us, when we first do that breath work, we've been so disconnected from our body that we don't have any trust for our bodies.
100%.
So we don't know that what she's doing down there is actually okay and that we're safe.